Welcome to the O Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, man, we are back. Just a little,
after Christmas.
Yeah, it's our post show, our post Christmas show. It's December
Right.
28th, so just a little bit after Christmas, and we're gonna do kind of a dual episode. We're gonna talk about a little brief conversation about WW84. And then really the crux of the episode, we're going to do a look back. We're going to do sort of the O Brother year in review, reflect back over these, believe it or not, 32 episodes counting
32.
today.
Wow.
32.
Does that's not counting the trailer?
That's 32 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah. We've talked about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, this whole with COVID and the theaters basically shutting down and, everything going to streaming and this push to streaming. And so, Of course, the most recent blog actually we put out was about this HBO
Warner
Max
Brothers deal.
Warner Brother deal where they announced their 2021 full slate of films. So the first one, I guess you say, was Wonder Woman 84. So we've both watched this film in the last couple of days, and the thing I wonder is why they released this film at all. In fact, I want to go back to 1984 to kind of change, turn the world on its axis like Superman. And this franchise knows what they're doing.
Right. And we're not comic book guys, so we're not Marvel, DC, but Marvel knows how to make movies via Disney. And DC just doesn't have it down.
It's amazing. There's only one other film, I won't say generally, but I'll say within the superhero realm, and you know what I'm going to say. There's only one film I hate more than this film, and that's Aquaman. I sat there watching it with my head in my hand most of the time, just going, I don't get it. I don't. And like Kristen Wiig, like Cheetah thing was totally stupid.
And how they left it was even stupider.
It was just so silly and made no sense. And Pedro Pascal I thought was okay in it, but
he was the major focus.
He was, but the story around it was so weak. And the fact that her motivation was, oh, he's the first guy that pays attention to her, essentially. And so that sets up this animosity between her and Wonder Woman. It
was dumb.
It was so stupid.
I thought Pedro a few times made me laugh, and I think his character was supposed to be sort of funny, over the top. I loved the hair.
Well, what about the ending? The ending, and sorry, spoiler alert, I really don't care because I hated this movie so much. But if you don't want to know about it, turn off.
Click it off now.
Click it off. The ending where he has this about face and this epiphany about his kid.
Oh, with his kid.
I'm sitting there going, you didn't give a shit about your kid the first 2 hours of the movie. And now all of a sudden you're the wishing stone, and now your kid means enough.
I give away my wish.
Yes. The opening too was, the whole scene didn't pay off with the younger version of Wonder Woman.
No, I didn't like that either.
That was so goofy.
Where Robin Wright grabs her when she's about to win. That was dumb.
Who's the woman? Okay, so you got Robin
Connie
Wright.
Nielsen.
I kept confused. It's like the same woman.
I know, they all look
exactly.
They're all gorgeous, and
but they just look the same. They just look the same.
Well, they've got the same kind of costume on, and it is hard to separate them. And you take the most beautiful woman in the world, pretty much, with Gal Gadot, or is that how you say it? Gadot. You take her and you put her in that big gold thing where you can't see. You just see a little face of her.
And I just thought that,
stupid.
well, and that was just silly with the wings the size of.
It was stupid.
And the cheetah outfit was ridiculous.
It was
and you
really
notice
dumb.
how dark and how quick all the jump cuts, that scene. You couldn't tell what the hell was going on.
Yeah.
In that battle between her and Cheetah. It was so silly. Listen, if you've got a good argument in favor of this film,
Please
I
let
would
us know.
love to go to our website and drop us a
We'll
line.
have you come on.
I
We'll have you
would
come
gladly have you come on the show.
Give
Absolutely.
you airtime to tell us
All right.
DC haters.
Enough about that. Let's talk about some other shit, like our early episodes. I went back and listened to a few of the early episodes, and I know you've done that recently too. And God, are they
I
god
have,
awful.
yeah.
They're god awful. From
Yeah,
the sound and the
the
whole
sound,
production is
especially
just
for me.
horrible. Right.
I had a different mic for people who didn't notice, which they wouldn't have, but I had a mic on a thing and it looked good. But
And
It
that's what
sounded
counts
like
in the
shit.
audio game is looks. So we kick off with our, we shared our top 5 film list, and that was a lot of fun.
Right.
And I still think those lists hold up. If you go back I think those
I-
are still, that's a solid list of 10 films
it's
there.
a solid list. Yeah.
And we we talked about the Jokers and Pixar's Onward. We were, then we RoboCop, we did the RoboCop reboot episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good episode. Then we interviewed our mom. We had the Oh Mother episode, which
We
was
thought
fun
that
for
was going to
us.
be the killer episode.
Yeah, we did. We did.
And it was killer.
right. It was yeah.
It killed us.
According
It
to the
almost killed us.
stats. Exactly. Thanks, Mom. How could you forget the Scoundrels and Nasty Women episode where we reviewed
Oh,
the
yeah.
wonderful film The Hustle with Rebel
Now,
Wilson
do
and
you-
Sandra Bullock. No,
do you
no,
think-
sorry, Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
They're kind of the
What's
same person.
worse, The Hustle or Wonder Woman?
Wow.
84.
Wow, that's
That's
a,
tough,
That's
huh?
a tight race right there. I would have to say Wonder Woman because at least The Hustle is trying to pay homage to a very classic film, which we do love, which is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Not that they did a great job at it, but
Yeah.
I'm using that as some sort of justification because I just can't like Wonder Woman better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
don't
know that's a
think
tough
I
one.
would.
I think
Yeah,
you're
I don't
going
think
with,
I would
think you're
put it-
going with The Hustle.
I'm going with The Hustle.
And we can't thank you guys enough. We hope we've entertained you, and we're looking to do the same thing in 2021. So stay tuned, and we'll look forward to talking to you again soon. But that's going to do it for this episode of the Oh Brother Podcast. I've been your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith, and we will see you in 2021.
I may even buy Wonder Woman 84. Maybe. I don't know.
I probably wouldn't.
I
even
hope
take
I
the-
don't.
I probably wouldn't even take the digital code from you.
Yeah.
That's how much I hate this film.